Check out this word that's used over 100 times in the New Testament, part 2. This word we're looking at is mello, which means about to. Today we're going to be looking at its use in Matthew 11:14, when it says, "If you are willing to accept it, he is Elijah who is about to come." And what this passage is actually talking about, this Elijah that was about to come was John the Baptist specifically. He was the one that was Elijah to come. And it says this multiple places in the New Testament as well. So John's the Elijah that was to come, but this Elijah was prophesied that he was come. So what prophecy are they referring to? Where it's coming from is Malachi, specifically Malachi 5, when it says, "Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the great and awesome day of the Lord comes." Malachi is all about the end times, or the destruction of Jerusalem. I definitely encourage you guys to read Malachi and see that it is talking about the end times, or like I said before, the destruction of Jerusalem, which was the end of the Old Covenant age, bringing in the New Covenant age. So to recap, Elijah was supposed to come right before the day of the Lord, which all the commentators say the day of the Lord is the end times. Especially if you ask any amillennial, they love the day of the Lord, especially when it comes to the end times. But Malachi is all about Jerusalem, Israel, being judged for its wickedness. That's the whole point of what Malachi is about. I'd encourage you just to read through it, and very clearly you will see that it's talking about the corruption of the religious leaders, which is what is leading to their end. And with their end, also the Messiah will come in and bring in the new covenant. He will open the way to heaven. So the whole point of what this passage is talking about is that if John the Baptist was the Elijah who was to come, which he was, it's very clear through scripture how many times it said John was Elijah. If that's the case, then the prophecy that it's quoting from, which is Malachi, then that was also what Elijah was preparing the way for, because that day of the Lord was about to come as well. But Elijah had to come first. Are we saying Elijah came 2,000 years ago and we're still waiting for the day of the Lord? That is a horrible job that Elijah's doing in preparing the way that's taking 2,000 years for it to get here. Especially when we consider that Malachi is all about the judgment on the religious leaders, not judgment on the world. It's a judgment on the covenantal people of God. There's a lot more to say about this, but I'll just leave it there because I don't want to add too much to it or get off the rails. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I encourage you to read Matthew 11, the whole thing, and also the whole thing of Malachi. Malachi is extremely short, very short, just 4 chapters is what Malachi is, and they're very short chapters, so it's an easy read to just understand it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, make sure to like, and also let me know what your thoughts are when you read these passages as well. God bless.